Yeah, y'all knew I wasn't going to let you go without having a holiday special in our final season, didn't you? I think you knew that. Enjoy this holiday special. Surprise, happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. I would ask one favor of you in return, in exchange for this holiday special. If you could stay for the end housekeeping part, I have a special announcement that will affect your enjoyment of the rest of this show. Yeah, so enjoy the episode, and I will see you after for a special announcement.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house a man named Chuck was stirring. He mumbled and groused. He felt a strange presence. He felt someone stare. He looked all about. He saw nobody there. His children were nestled all snug in their beds. Chuck, a writer, kept the roof over their heads. While his wife was asleep, and he sipped a nightcap, he heard something quite strange, oh, so shocking he crapped. When from the scullery arose such a clatter, he sprang from his desk to see what was the matter. He opened the door to see writhing of flesh, his maid and a demon, a gay fucking sesh. The demon, a woman, of whom he knew not, said from top the maid,
Damn, that corset is hot.
When his maid and the demon saw him appear, the demon said,
Hey, you mind? I'm eating pussy here.
The maid was embarrassed. She withdrew rather quick. The woman looked at Chuck and called him a dick.
You busted on in before anyone came. But you've seen my whole ass, so you should know my name. I'm Rita, a reaper. I'm not here to kill you. I'm here for a year, and I'm not supposed to meet you. I'm here with a winner, someone lucky as balls. Dead dude back on Earth. Gotta watch him and all. He's asleep next door, and he's such a boring guy, but your maid, she's so sweet, likes my head twixt her thighs. You interrupted, now my meal is all through, but I'm still fucking bored, so what's the deal with you? Ooh! I bet you heard me when I did a poof. That's why you barged in on me and my gay... stuff. Stoof?
She sprang to say, hey, but at her Chuck did bristle. Instead, he picked up a plate, one still topped with gristle. She could hear him exclaim, keeping her in his sight.
Oh!
Back!
God
Get
damn.
back, you devil!
Happy Christmas to all, and to...
Oh, God, fucking ass! Ugh, why'd you throw another plate? I didn't do anything!
Happy Christmas to all,
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Stop screaming the Bible at me!
Happy Christmas to all.
Thou
and...
preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
Who throws a turkey?
Jesus Christ, I just want to finish the fucking poem.
Don't you pick up that rolling pin, Chief.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Roll the intro music.
Jingle bells, 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 jingle, jingle, jingle bells, jingle, jingle. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
What? What?
Dude. You have to chill, okay? I may not bruise, but the throwing stuff at me still hurts, alright?
Lecherous demon! How dare you defile my...
I'm not a demon. I'm not. If you can stop freaking out, I can explain. I'm here to... Oh, God! Are you licking my hand?
What? Oh, no.
What am I? I'm a reaper, I told you.
Oh, my life is ending. How could it be? Oh, merciful God, let my death be swift.
Oh, no. I'm not here for you. I'm not here to take anyone. You're gonna be alive for a while. Well, I can't say that for certain. I don't know you, but taking your soul is not on my personal to-do list. What?
Your hand. Your hand is on my mouth.
Oh, my hand is still on your mouth. Okay.
Thank you, merciful angel of death.
I am not the angel of death. That dude is such a fucking prick.
My apologies. What business have you here with the scullery maid?
Well, first, the scullery maid's name is Hedwig. Everything you saw with her was strictly for recreation. I don't want to blow up her spot, but she is not your run-of-the-mill human maid. She saw me while I was in stealth mode, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Blow up her spot? Is that what you call the sexual maneuver I interrupted?
It's not what I called it before, but it's what I'm going to call it now. Anyway, I'm here with someone else who's living in the boarding house next door. I won't bore you with the details, but I have to tag along with this guy named Philip for a year. I can make myself invisible to humans, but Hedwig spotted me when I came to your kitchen to steal food.
Oh, but I can see you. Is there something about me? Am I not a mortal man? Am I origins of a preternatural...
Oh, no. You're just a regular human dude. I'm just not coordinated enough to stay in stealth mode while I'm eating good in the neighborhood, if you know what I mean.
I do not know what you mean.
Okay, so... if we're good, I'm just gonna leave your home. It was a lovely...
Wait! Please! I have so many questions!
Dude, I've told you way too much. I can't tell you shit about the afterlife.
I shan't ask you direct queries concerning the afterlife. You have my word. I'm a writer. I have to do most of my writing in the evenings, lest my family interrupt. I'm nearing a deadline, and I'm desperate.
How much could your family be getting in the way of your writing?
I have 4 children, and my wife is pregnant again with our 5th.
Damn. You really should learn to do what I did with Hedwig.
Oh, yes. My wife bears the blame for her absurd fertility.
Now, hold on. She didn't get herself pregnant. I don't think you can just...
I'm without ideas. It's as though my ability to write has been blocked by some powerful partition, lain upon my mind by dark forces beyond comprehension.
Damn, dude, you talk like you have a word count to reach.
Oh, my sincerest apologies. I get paid per word for my writing. My literary flourishes and verbosity are prone to infiltrating my speech.
So how do you want me to help?
It is simple. I cannot pour from an empty cup. I haven't had the time to live amongst the people, to fill my mind with the myriad human sensations and experiences that translate themselves into the ancient alchemy that is written word.
Like an artist's date.
What?
The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron.
I do not know of this female writer.
Really? You're a writer. I thought that surely you would have
Is
heard of.
she English? Does she write fiction? For what publications? Does she
Hey,
have...
weird question. What year is it?
It's 1843.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you wouldn't know about her, huh?
You are a divine being. Of course you would possess the power to walk through time. Of course, my God. What time do you call home?
Yeah, I'm technically from all times and no times. I don't have a home in the traditional sense. But I seem to have an affinity for late 20th and early 21st century speech and popular culture, as though I'm written by a millennial.
Over a century from now.
Hey, I can't tell you about the future either.
I will ask no direct questions concerning the afterlife or the future. God is my witness.
Okay. We can give it a shot. You want to go sit down and chat? I was going to steal a bunch of food from the kitchen anyway. You want me to fix you up a plate? Oh my God, I'm being so rude. I introduced myself and I didn't even ask your name.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Charles Dickens.
Oh, shit.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Hey, listeners. It's the final holiday special of the series. These holiday specials are my favorite time of year. The first holiday special is where I went from a device used to describe things in the story to a full-fledged character in the show. What's your favorite episode? Just shout it at the top of your lungs right now. I'll hear it. Ha! Yes! I loved that one, too! Enough gabbing, though. Rita, long before she ever met Dawn, chaperoned a lucky winner in England in 1843. Oh, dang. That means she doesn't know me yet. Fuck, I just have to narrate this one. I don't get to be involved this time. God damn it.
Damn, cheese is better when I get to eat it in a triangle wedge like a cartoon mouse.
Would you care for a utensil?
No, I got hands. What you working on, Mr. Dickens?
Dickens.
Uh-huh.
I've been commissioned to write a novella, but my mind cannot release its grasp on another writing project long enough to complete that for which I will be paid.
What's the thing you're supposed to be writing?
A short Christmas tale.
Oh, you're working on a Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol. That is a strong title. Although, could be longer. Allow me to...
Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck, shit. Oh, goddammit.
Is all you do conduct homosexual relations, produce compelling titles, and curse with the voracity of a coal miner?
Not always homosexual. Sexuality is not a choice, because if it were, I would not choose to be attracted to men.
Oh,
I mostly just work as a reaper. I rarely get the chance to have a body. But yeah, when I do, I guess porking good ideas and cussing like a bitchity fuck about cover it. You know, I'm the one who told Chris Angel he should add the mind freak to his title. I have a gift.
A freakish angel named Christopher?
No, a sorcerer. I've said way too much, though. You do write your novella, and it's very good, and it happens to be called A Christmas Carol.
You are unable to provide me with a modicum of assistance on the plot.
Listen, Chuck, I can't go around giving people the plots of things they haven't written yet. You think I'm supposed to be telling humans things about the future? Devil may care?
Oh, that's a clever turn of phrase. Devil may care.
Oh, fuck, has that one not been invented yet? Fuck, is that one of the ones you're supposed to invent?
It very well may be.
Oh, I fucked up so bad. I should know better than to take a break to play with sapphic succubi while I'm corporeal. Last time this happened, I lost track of my lucky winner, and next thing I know, Caravaggio accidentally kills a guy.
The scullery maid is a succubus?
Goddamn my love of alliteration. I've said too much.
Wait, you've met Caravaggio?
Yes, Charlie, I'm extremely interesting. I really have to go. I've said too much.
No, please, please. Please don't go. I can already feel your presence has reinvigorated me. I'm aroused and rejuvenated.
No, I do not want to arouse you.
In the creative sense. Please. With you here, I may just complete my novella before my 4 children and alarmingly fertile wife wake up.
My guy, you have to know how that keeps happening, yeah? Maybe if you did a little more of what I was doing with the scullery maid, you wouldn't be nearing 6 babies.
Shh. That is immaterial to writing. Please, stay. May I attempt to assuage your concerns about helping me?
Okay, yeah, sure, you can try.
If my work has already begun on this Christmas Carol, and you know about it, how much damage could be done by your assisting me? Do you recall the publishing date?
Bud, do I look like someone who remembers things like publishing dates?
You do not. Regardless, my due date for the novella is in a mere month. I do not know how else this story would find its way to me in time, unless I found myself divinely inspired.
I can't just get an angel down here to inspire you.
No, I mean you!
Me? I'm not a divine creature, I'm just a reaper.
Perhaps it is the will of the divine that you should relay this story to me?
I'll get in big trouble. Like, they'll turbo kill me.
If anyone should inquire as to where the idea came from, I shall simply say...
An angel named Debbie.
An angel named... Debbie?
I'll help you write your novella, and if anyone asks, you tell them an angel named Debbie helped you write this.
And we do not harbor any goodwill for this Debbie?
Nah, dude, she fucking sucks, and sometimes I get the sense she might be coming on to me, which just gives me the creeps. What are you writing now?
Creeps.
Motherfucker, I think you may have invented that phrase, too.
Charles sat at the desk in his parlor, staring at the lanky, strangely dressed Grim Reaper on his settee. She lay supine, clutching a bottle of a concoction that Charles's wife had procured from the pharmacist, when their youngest was suffering from whooping cough.
Ugh. Ooh. I tell you what, Chucky, I'm flummoxed, is what it is.
Flummoxed.
Is that another you word, too?
Perhaps.
Ugh, why am I so gifted with words? I talk too fucking good and fancy to be a time traveler. I know all the cool new words that'll make smart people want to do you. Ugh. Oof. I should start saying things wrong on purpose.
Are you ill?
You mean like in the Beastie Boys way, or in the I must retire to the seaside to balance my humors way?
Are you sickly? The medicine you
Oh,
drink.
no, I feel great. This cough medicine has me crossfaded beyond belief. Alcohol, cannabis, chloroform, and morphine. This is almost as bad as a Four Loko. I love it. And you should not be giving this to your baby. I'm doing you a favor.
Oh, yes. Perhaps you could... Good Lord.
Ugh. All right. You promised to tell people that an angel named Debbie told you all of this.
You have my word. You've even been so kind as to include your artistic rendition of her here on this draft of my essay.
Yeah, because you're not getting paid to write an essay right now, Charlize. Essay time comes later.
Therein lies the heart of the issue, Rita. I care so deeply about the contents of this essay, I cannot scarcely think of allowing my mind the luxury of escaping into a comfortable fiction. I shan't find rest
Damn,
until...
dude, I'm sorry. What's the essay about?
The essay is entitled, An Appeal to the People of England on Behalf of the Poor Man's Child. I was wishing to turn it into a pamphlet to protest the plight of the poor child in England.
Well, I haven't gotten to look at it yet, but I have some notes about the title. I think there should be less of it. Save it. Oh.
Oh?
This is a Christmas Carol.
Do you mean to tell me that the publishers of my novella will accept this protest pamphlet instead of the fiction for which they have paid?
Oh, no, they don't accept your essay.
Oh.
You put the message of your essay into your novella.
Oh. And people are receptive to this?
Yeah, like, real fucking receptive. There are 100 different versions of A Christmas Carol. It's a tradition for so many people. It's what you're best known for.
Different versions?
Yeah, people like to retell the story in their own way.
My story? They tell my story instead of writing their own?
Huh, I did not expect you to get mad about that.
Well, let's get to it.
Get to what?
You will tell me everything you remember about A Christmas Carol.
Okay, right. Okay, well, first of all, you are a character in the story.
I've inserted a fictional version of myself into the story?
Yes, you are you, but you're also this fucked up little blue alien with like a flaccid blue dick nose, and your wife is a chicken.
Rita.
What?
This is not from my original novella.
And how would you even fucking know that? You're asking me to come up with it.
My wife is a chicken? Really?
You might write that.
Rita?
Fine. It's not from your original story. It's from a rendition of it that is way better than yours in every conceivable way.
How dare you?
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
After a brief argument, where Rita threatened Charles Dickens with physical violence for saying that love between a frog and a pig was profane, they reached an accord. Rita, who had time for her 19th century cough medicine to kick in, would do her best to recall the contents of A Christmas Carol to Charles Dickens. In exchange, Charles would give her the other bottle of cough medicine they had in the cupboard, and Hedwig would get a raise. They shook on it, and Charles prepared to take notes.
You ready, Chun-Li?
Please proceed.
Okay, so there's a shitty old fuck named Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge. A biblical name.
Scrooge?
No, Ebenezer. 1 Samuel. Would you not be well acquainted with the Bible?
Why would you assume that?
You are a divine being.
Fucking ant? I really can't have you interrupting me like this with commentary. I've only gotten to tell you that there's a mean old fuck named Ebenezer.
My apologies.
Anyway, so there's a mean old fuck named Ebenezer Scrooge. He works at it's like an old-timey H&R Block or something. It's a place where they do a lot of math, and he's like the boss for a bunch of accountants or something. I don't know. Like, he makes the sweet nerds do math instead of do Christmas. Anyway, they're all freezing while they're making spreadsheets. And Scrooge refuses to turn the heater on, or the fire. He refuses to give them coal for a fire. 'Cause, yeah, you don't have heaters yet. I almost said too much.
I can only surmise that you're suggesting a future where we have a means of heating spaces that does not require fire.
Oh, damn it.
Please continue.
Anyway, he's making them organize receipts or whatever on Christmas Eve in the cold. He has this clerk who should be a frog, but I guess you aren't into that. Anyway, he has a shivering little twink for a clerk named Bob Cratchit. This gay couple walks in and asks Scrooge to donate to charity, and he's a real bitch about saying no. And then his nephew comes in? I forget his nephew's name. It doesn't fucking matter. Do we ever learn the nephew's name? Anyway, his nephew, who I'm just gonna give a name, and you can use this one, BT dubs. His nephew's name is Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's his name-o. Anyway, I figure whatever weird-ass family would look at a baby and say, hell yeah, that's an Ebenezer, would probably have a bunch of weird names like Bingo or Eustachian or Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
Stop interrupting me. I'm trying to give you the best thing you ever write. I'm securing your legacy.
My cereal and Bentley's Miss Sally did quite well. Does nobody remember that?
What was that one called?
Oliver Twist.
No. Nobody remembers that, and you'd better do what I say for A Christmas Carol, or your memory will be lost forever and your life will have meant nothing. Do you want that to happen?
No!
I didn't think so. Can I continue?
Yes, my apologies.
Scrooge's nephew, Bingo, walks in, and he's like, "What's up, you nasty old bitch? Do you want to come to a party?" To which Ebenezer says, "Bah, humbug."
Humbug? No. What does that mean?
Don't rightly know. It's a negative response for sure. That's a word you made up, Chief.
I did?
Yeah, people are pretty wild about it. So, underline and highlight that one or whatever. You gotta have the humbug in there.
Keep the humbug.
Shall I?
Please.
Hold up. Ugh. Okay, so he says, "Oh, humbug," and then he leaves the text studio in place he owns, and he goes back home to his apartment. That's when he's visited by the ghost of his dead partner. And I don't mean his romantic partner. Don't get excited. You know, if you do want to spice this up, though, I really think this story needs more sex.
I would be summarily arrested.
Yeah, fair enough. His platonic business partner, Jake, appeared to him as a ghost. And Jake is like, "Scrooge, I was such a piece of shit, you know, like you, the same way that you're a piece of shit, you know. Well, because of that, my ghost has to carry these chains everywhere and just, walk for eternity. It fucking sucks. Anyway, dude, how are you? I love your big sleep shirt and your pointy little sleep hat. Hey, is your psoriasis still flaring up? Did you ever try that lotion I recommended?" And Scrooge is freaked out, right? He hasn't seen Jake since he died in that fateful snowboarding accident. And Scrooge, he's losing it, and he's like, "You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more gravy than the grave about you, whatever you are."
Oh, that shit's
Master
good.
Bruce. Yes, I'm extremely talented. So yeah, he says all that, and Jake is like, I'm not beef or gravy, I'm a ghost. And here's what's up. You're gonna have 3 different ghosts over the next 3 nights. Sorry about the unexpected guests, but you should at least change out of your little jammy dress and vacuum before they come over. Smooches. And then he disappeared, and Scrooge passed the fuck out.
Ghost story for Christmas. Incredible. I should incorporate the word ghost story into the subtitle.
But nobody remembers the subtitles you add to these things. Yeah, isn't this way better than a story about some pickpocketing kid?
You have read Oliver Twist.
Yeah, but I'm very well read, okay? Keep going.
Yes.
Are you getting snippy with me? I don't have to do this, you know. I could go back to humping Hedwig. She's very nice, and I'm sure she would be.
I apologize. Please, I'm grateful for your assistance.
Oh, well, it was divine inspiration a little bit ago.
I mean no offense. I'm beginning to understand what you meant when you said you were not a divine entity.
Where was I?
Scrooge passed the fuck out.
Oh, yes, thank you. So after Scrooge is all like, oh, mustard, beef, gravy, he passes out, and then, when he comes to, he's met with the ghost of Christmas past.
Ghost of Christmas past?
This ghost freaks me out the most, TBH.
Interesting. Why does this one freak you out?
It's a weird baby with a glowing head.
The spectre is a luminescent infant? Good heavens, why?
Well, before I met you, I didn't know why, but now that I see you have a whole litter of little Dickenses, I see that you might have some deep-seated fear and resentment for babies. Would you like to know what the glowing baby head wants?
Yes. I apologize for the interruptions. I'm prone to ejaculate when I'm excited.
Charles, you're a dirty dog.
What?
I don't want to hear about your dick and his activities.
Oh, no, I was speaking of my predilection for interjecting a barrage of questions into your story.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay then.
Does that word really change that much?
Yes, I literally forgot it means anything except bust a nut.
Noted. Bust a nut.
So, Ghost of Christmas Past, glowing baby head. Yeah. Okay, so the baby takes Scrooge to when he was a little kid. And Scrooge didn't go to like a normal school or whatever because y'all haven't figured out the whole school thing quite yet. So he worked for this guy named Fezziwig as an apprentice.
Fezziwig?
Stop ejaculating.
Sorry, it's a ridiculous name.
That is a name you came up with. I remembered it because it's so fucking silly.
That's one of mine?
100%, my man.
Continue, please.
So old Scrooge gets taken back to see baby Scrooge working as an apprentice for this guy, Fezziwig. Nobody in this flashback can see babyhead ghost or old Scrooge, by the way. They're invisible to them.
Yes, good to know.
Babyhead ghost takes Scrooge to see when he was 20-something next and engaged to this babe. And she leaves Scrooge because he's hornier for money than he is for her. Also, she should have a giant ass. That is just a little note from me to you.
Giant ass.
So then Scrooge is crying because he misses his fiancée with the giant ass. And he's also like, man, being a baby with a job wasn't so bad either. So the ghost of Christmas past puts him back in his bed and is like, see? And then Scrooge is like, fucking yeah, I saw. Don't you see me crying? And then the ghost of Christmas past is like, yeah, but let me give you some space. BT Dubs, another ghost is about to show up. And then Scrooge is like, oh yeah, I know. The first ghost, my dead gay friend Jake, he told me there would be 3 of you. And the ghost of Christmas past was like, oh, are you talking about Jake Marley? And Scrooge is like, yeah. And the ghost of Christmas past is all like, oh my god, we play pickleball together. And then Scrooge is like, cool, because what does he even say to that, right? And then there's just like an awkward silence, and the ghost of Christmas past is like, okay, I'm gonna dip. And then they blip out of the room.
Going to dip.
So then the ghost of Christmas present shows up. And he is a giant, and he has a sick, furry green robe, and he's huge, and he's friend-shaped. It's fucking sweet. He looks cool as hell. And he's like, what's up, Dick Sack? Let's go see what your employees have to deal with. And the ghost of Christmas present takes him to Bob Cratchit's house. You remember him?
Ah, yes. He is the clerk whom you believe should be a frog.
Yes, you're keeping up. Wonderful. So the ghost of Christmas present takes him to Bobby's place. Bob and his family can't see any of this either. Scrooge and the ghost he's with are always invisible. I want to make sure you get the world-building elements squared away.
Appreciated.
So they're invisible, and they're watching Bob and his family have their Christmas dinner. And it's like super pathetic. It's like a single hot and ready from Little Caesars for like a family of 5. With Bob's son Tim, who you call Tiny Tim for some reason?
Why did I do that? There is no older or larger Tim from whom I'm trying to differentiate him?
No, he's the only Tim in the whole fucking thing. I think you did it to garner sympathy. You get, like, a little inspiration porny here, but Tim is disabled, and I think he also has consumption?
Consumption?
Or, like, I guess you're big mad about child labor, yeah? Yeah, so anyway, it might be black lung or mesothelioma or eczema from working in the mines or whatever, but he's just, like a pretty, like, super chill kid, you know? And Scrooge is like, that little boy shouldn't be working in the mines. He should be hunched over an iPad in a fugue state watching Minecraft tutorials.
What?
So while Scrooge is crying over Tim, the ghost of Christmas present is like, leave the kid alone. He has a 14-hour shift tomorrow. And he's like, let's see this sick party your nephew is throwing. And the ghost of Christmas present takes him there. And he's like, hey, you see how much fun everyone's having without you?
Devastating.
Right? Incredible burn. Anyways, the ghost of Christmas present is getting older as the day goes by. And the next part gets a little David Lynch, and I don't know what your thinking was here.
What do you mean, gets a little David Lynch? Elaborate on that.
No. So the ghost of Christmas present pulls back his big green coat to show Scrooge there have been 2 starving kids under his coat.
Oh, so this chap is quite large.
I told you he was a giant.
Yes, he's simply much larger than I imagined. He can hide 2 children within his coat.
So Christmas present is like, these kids are named Ignorance and Want. And Scrooge is about to say something about those being terrible names for children. And then he sees a dark, hooded, ghostly figure coming towards him. And as he notices the figure, the ghost of Christmas present just disappears.
Could you give me a greater detailed description of this hooded figure?
Yeah, you know what? They look a lot like me, actually.
You're not wearing a hood.
Oh, I forgot. You've only seen me in my human form. They look
Holy
a lot
shit!
like
Oh
my
my
non-human.
God!
Would
What
you
in
cut it
God's
out?
name is that? You may...
Oh my God. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Is that
Gracious
better?
me.
You prefer the lady bod over the sparkly black fart cloud in a robe?
Yes!
Anyway, if you're done being a diva, the hooded figure looked kind of like that.
Like you in your
Reaper form.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the hooded ghost is actually the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Oh.
They take Scrooge through some random little vignettes. He sees like a couple of people discussing a dead guy's will. And then he sees some people pawning off some shit they stole from a dead guy. And then he sees a couple absolutely frothing with horniness because the shithead creditor that kept bugging them died. And Scrooge is like, who died, dude? Who died? Who died? And then the ghost of Christmas yet to come is like, look at that fucking tombstone, dude. And Scrooge looks at the headstone in front of him. And they're in a graveyard now, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Anyway, Natch, the headstone says Ebenezer Scrooge.
In a graveyard.
And Scrooge is losing it. And, like, I get it, you know? Like, he's begging this fucking ghost. He's coming to terms with his mortality and wasted life. And he's screaming, "It's game over, man! It's game over!"
Game over?
Your time is so boring, I can't even reference aliens. Hudson! Aliens! Bill Paxton put his whole dick and balls in that role.
He did what?
Can you stop interrupting me? I want to finish this story. It was fun, but I'm bored now. And I ran out of cough medicine.
Oh, my apologies.
Thank you. Where was I? Paxton, dick and balls. Okay, yeah, so Scrooge is throwing a hissy fit because he saw his headstone, and the ghost of Christmas yet to come is like, "Girl, this is too much. You're so sloppy. Let's get you home." And they drop Scrooge back in his room, and they tuck him into bed. So he's back home, and he wakes up, and he's got a new lease on life. And he's not gonna be such a shithead. And he changes out of his little pointy hat and his sleep dress into his jinkos, and he rushes out into the street. The ghost returned him back to Christmas Day, so he does a lot of last-minute shopping. And he buys a giant turkey for the Cratchits, although I do feel like he should have asked about dietary restrictions before he did that, you know? They might be vegan or something.
What is a vegan?
Never mind that. After he gives them the turkey, he goes to his nephew's party and buys him a bunch of shit or whatever. And yeah, the ghost fixed the guy, right? So he wasn't a shithead anymore, ever again. The end.
Shithead. Ever again. Rita, I lack the words to accurately convey my thanks.
I accept cash and that other bottle of cough syrup you owe me.
Pardon?
Cash. If you don't have the words, you can pay me.
I need every pound I can spare, with another child on the way. Do you barter? Will you accept a bottle of laudanum?
Hot damn, that's better than cash.
Excellent. This story conveys the precise message I wish to convey in my pamphlet. My revisions should only take me a week or so to complete.
Revisions? Why would you have to revise it? It's perfect.
It needs to sound like my voice.
Oh, yeah, this does have my stink all over it. Yay! More drugs.
Enjoy your laudanum, Rita. You have changed my life this evening. Thank you.
Yep, it's a far, far better thing I just did for you than I have done for someone before.
Oh.
Oh, what?
I like that. Can I take that one too?
Yeah, whatever. You owe me for that one, though.
How am I to repay you?
Ugh. I'll think of something later and just cheat myself into another lucky winner year to come back and see you. Don't tell anyone that part about me cheating, okay?
I hardly understand what that means.
That's right. Pretend you don't even get it. Keep the laudanum bottle. I'm gonna go see if Hedwig's still looking for some top. Woo! Later, Mr. Dickens. Oi, mister, you me dad.
What? Did Rita write A Christmas Carol? No. Did Charles Dickens write A Christmas Carol? Maybe? How much of that came from Rita, and how much of it came from Charles? How did Rita write it when she first heard the story from the Muppets? Time travel, am I right? Anyway, happy holidays, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this holiday special, which will not be of consequence to the following episodes whatsoever. At all.
Hey y'all, so this holiday special announcement is kind of a bummer, and I'm sorry to give you a bummer announcement, but We were all surprised also about this, and there wasn't going to be a good time to bring it up, so we're gonna tell you now. Mixnomer Productions, effective immediately, has cut ties with Sean Turner. This was something that we kind of had no choice but to do, and I can't really elaborate further. It was not what we expected to do. This is not how we expected to have to finish out the season, but you will hear him on a few episodes after this one because of the work he's done for us thus far, and then there will be a new voice actor joining the cast. I have been frantically trying to arrange the new voice actor stuff and make sure we can take this show to the finish line for you. And because of that, I've fallen behind on, well, we all have, trying to scramble and figure out what to do. We all have, and I would like to ask for your patience as I extend this hiatus just a month. So February 15th, we will be returning with new episodes to finish out the series Today's Lucky Winner. You will hear Sean's voice on a few episodes after that, and then I'm really excited for y'all to fall in love with the new actor who I am so over the moon has agreed to join us, and especially on such short notice. Again, I am sorry for the change. It was not something we expected to have to do at all, and we're trying to pivot. We all have other grown-up jobs we do that mean that it took us a while to pivot when we were forced to. So I hope you'll stay with us. I know having voice actors change can be a bummer, but being an indie production, I hope you have some understanding that we're doing what we can. I've been planning the end of this season for y'all since before I ever had the first season coming out. Like, I've known how I wanted this to end. And even with the voice actor change, I hope you'll stick with me. Like, I know if I were the listener, I would not really be happy about having an actor change. And trust me, this would not be happening unless I had no other choice. So I appreciate you. I hope you've enjoyed the holiday special. I promise you on my ever-enduring love of Jaxie, that February 15th, you'll have new episodes of this show starting, and I appreciate you giving us this extra month to recalibrate after some unexpected, unfortunate circumstances. But happy holidays, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm so sorry to end it with a bummer. Until next time, try not to die.